I don't own the rights to this music. It's our brother Todd Dulaney. Get your praise on. In the midst of trials, tribulations, praise is the best way to get yourself through. Praise is the best way to get yourself through. If you want to get through a difficult time and a difficult, what are you pouring into your spirit? I want to come to you guys tonight with a message to end this night. Wasn't gonna do one today. Just really didn't feel it in my spirit. But as I was driving home tonight, God spoke to me. He says, "Push, Marcus, push. No matter what you're facing, no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard life is, sometimes you gotta push." So I wanted to come to you guys again in Genesis chapter 30. Genesis chapter 30. If you have a moment, a second, just hit the share button, because this may not be for you. It may be for somebody you know. But in Genesis chapter 30, it says, as Rachel birthed a child, it says that Jacob went to Laban, and he said, Laban, he says, I've worked for you a long time. I've done so much for you over these years. 14 years he served and worked for Laban. It says he went to him and he told him, Laban, he says, it's time for me and my family to go. I'm paraphrasing. Back in your own time, go back and read it. He says, I've worked for you for a long time. He says, go. He says, can I go? Can I take my children, take my wives, take my family, and leave? Laban responds to Jacob and tells him, he says, Jacob, he says, pretty much tells him, I don't want you to leave. He says, my land and I haven't been this blessed since you've been here. I've been really blessed since I've been here, since you've been here, and working for me. He says, I really don't want you to leave. He says, tell me how much I should pay you. Tell me how much I should pay you. So he kind of, Laban and him negotiate, and he agrees to work for Laban a little bit longer, but for some animals. I want to stop right there with the context. The message for tonight is that I want to give you guys is, so many of you guys right now have so much potential. You have so much skill. You have so much skill and so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much potential. But you will never reach your full potential if you continue to stay under the wing of someone else. Sometimes you have to venture out. Sometimes you have to go out to a place that may not seem comfortable. You may have to go to a job where you don't know absolutely no one. You may have to go to a city where you don't have any loved ones and no friends. You may have to go to a job that you have never been to before and try something that you have never done before. But you will never reach your full potential if you stay in the comfort of someone else's wings. If you stay in the comfort in your comfortable zones, in your comfortable places, I encourage you, no matter who you are, where you may be, God may desire you for you to be a manager. He may desire you for you to be an owner, to own your own business. But until you step out of your comfort zone and you go to that place where you're uncomfortable, you're never going to reach your full potential. So I don't know who this message is for, but I'm encouraging you, step out and dive in head first. And go for it. I don't know who it's for. It may be for me. Because I know what I'm doing. I know my destiny is not a car salesman. I know God has something so great for me. But until I step out of my comfort zone and I go out there head first, I'm never going to reach my full potential. And neither are you. It's when Jacob, as you continue to read in chapter 30 and continue to read in chapter 31, it says as Jacob eventually leaves his father-in-law's wings, he begins to prosper to levels that he probably never imagined. Has so many animals and so many children and so many descendants underneath him when he finally leaves the care of his uncle. It's comfortable for those who we are blessing, because right now many people are being blessed because we are at their places of business. Many people are being blessed because we are in their presence. Many people are being blessed because we are around them right now. The favor of God is so heavy over our life that we are blessing so many right now. But until you learn how to leave and stretch out like an eagle, you're never going to see the full potential for your life. So I'm encouraging you tonight, step out. I don't know who it's for. You have a business that God wants you to create. You have a title, position. He may want you to lead something or somebody's. Lead. Step out tonight. Step out and go out there and reach your full potential. I love you guys. If this was any type of encouragement for you tonight, I encourage you, hit the share button, tag a friend, tag someone who you know needs to step out, but they haven't stepped out to their full potential because they are staying in their comfort zone. I love you guys, man. Have a blessed night and catch me tomorrow for some more encouragement. I love you guys. Have a blessed night.